Welcome to this introductory tutorial about an app for Android called Easy Voice Record Pro. Now there is a free version of this app, however it features ads on screen and also doesn't have as much functionality. I would highly recommend you just invest the $3 or $4 or whatever it costs to upgrade the app into the Pro version. I'm going to go through some of the feature set of this app, but before I do, very important point, before you record audio in any professional context, always make sure that your phone has been switched on to airplane mode. This will ensure that, one, you're not distracted by any calls or messages that you may be receiving, but it also means that those messages aren't going to interfere with the operation of this app. All right, so once you've put it on airplane mode, open up the app and you'll be given a front page screen, something like this. It's a very simple interface and you can just go ahead and click record, and I am now recording audio. Now some things to take note here. First off is this meter in the middle of the screen that's going up and down. This is showing the input volume of the microphone. So if I don't speak, there is no input, and if I make a loud noise, you'll see that the volume meter is going higher. What you need to ensure is that that volume meter is never touching the top here. If I make a really loud noise, you see how it's turning red? If it turns red, that means that the input audio is going to be distorted and unusable when you go to edit this later. Also be aware, you don't want the input to be really low. That means that the volume isn't loud enough and you're going to have to up the volume in post-production and it might lead to further complications. So if the volume input is quite low, you have this gain meter here, which you only have in the Pro version of the app, and you can raise the microphone gain up a bit until you get the volume around the middle there. Second, I'm going to turn that down now again. Second piece of information we have is the waveform monitor, which is just underneath. This is just a rolling, meter of what we've recorded so far. If you do happen to record any parts of audio that peak in the red on the volume input monitor, it will also show up here as a little red spike. So you'll know that there is a piece of unusable audio and you'll have to either re-record it or deal with it later. Down here is the timer, and that's how long the recording is going for. You can pause it, and then once you're finished, you can click done. Okay, so that is a finished piece of audio recording. Once you've recorded it, you can click on the player, and you can go through all your recordings. I'll click on that one. And I am now recording audio. Now some things. And you can listen back to it. If you want to move that recording or share it onto your computer to do further editing, you need to tick the box to the left there, and then up the top, click on the share button, and you can either put it into Google Drive or send it via email, depending on how large the file is. Okay, so that really was just the basic functioning of the app, recording audio and then transferring it onwards to do further editing later. I just want to go through a particular setting as well in more of an advanced feature in terms of increasing the quality of the audio recordings that we're taking. In the top right-hand corner here, you have further options, of which what I'm interested in is the settings menu. And then if you click on sound quality, we can do a bit of customization here to increase the quality. Sound encoding should always be set to high quality. You can set it to stereo, but I would advise against it. If you're only recording voice, then you only need one channel of audio. So don't bother recording in stereo because it will increase the file size. So leave that off. And then in PCM settings, you can get even more customization on the quality, and in particular, click on sample rate. Now, at a default, the app is going to be set to 16 kilohertz, which is not that high quality in terms of the output file. I would recommend going to FM radio quality or CD quality, which is 32 or 44 kilohertz. The only problem with using those high quality sample rates is that your file size is going to be a lot larger. So just be aware of that when you're transferring your file off the phone onto a computer, that you need to be connected to a Wi-Fi network, and maybe you need to do it with an external memory card. But that is probably the only piece of advanced settings that you really need to be aware of on this app. There's a lot of other things you can do in terms of customizing the recording and the interface, but just as long as you've got that sound quality high, record some audio, transfer it to the computer. It will be a .wav file, a WAV file, and you can do further editing and customization on a computer. Now, the final thing that you need to be aware of when you're using your smartphone to record audio is how to hold it correctly. Obviously, if you're using an external microphone like I am, you don't want to hold the microphone too close to the mouth, because it will be too close and you'll get that distortion or peaking that we saw in the graph waveform on the app. So hold the microphone a bit further down, not too far away either, but just about there is correct. Now, if you're not using a microphone, but just using the microphone that comes standard on the phone, be aware that the best microphone and the one that is going to be used in the app is on the base of the phone, not on the top. It makes sense because you use your phone like this and we speak into the microphone down the bottom. So microphone's at the base, which means that doing an interview, you flip your phone around upside down and hold it underneath the interviewee's mouth like so. Again, don't hold it too close because you'll get that peaking, but down about there is about right.